Hold on a minute. How you're doing? Okay, so this day we are on the 27 vibration. Excuse me, I'm looking for something. Damn it. Okay, 27 vibration, y'all. And the two, again, partnerships, balance, emotions, unions, communions, the moon. And 7 is spirituality, is reflection, it's inner standing, it's wisdom. Okay, 2 and a 7 collectively is a 9 vibration, and the 9 vibration is a completion, it's a rebirth, it's ending an old and starting a new, it's cycles, it is humanitarian, it's of service. Okay, what else? And today's moon phase is Leo. We are in the Leo phase of the moon, and the sun phase is in Aries. Today is Tuesday, which is Mars Day, so we have a lot of masculine energy going for us today, and a lot of fire, a lot of zhuzh. Okay, Leo being soul affiliated, and Aries also, and then we have Mars, you know. And today being a Mars Day, it's all about action, taking action. And for Mars Day, my quote is, you either act or you transmute it, right? And the color resonating for today is mainly red, but also black and also green. Okay, so let's get into this spread. It's a lot right here. It's a lot. Like, you know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relationship cards. Okay, I've never got so many, and I'm like, yo, what do you all want me to do with all of this? But it's because of the day resonance. It's of service, and because of the works I did yesterday with the speaking about race, and speaking about how we receive divine guidance and how we, you know, how we act about it thereafter. Yes, the energies are still there, and it's like it wants me to speak more on it. Okay, and the angel guidance, let's start with, is forgiveness. Okay, and the affirmation is, I forgive myself and others, I am free. Okay, and as soon as I got it, because this was the last card actually pulled, and I was like, oh wow. I mean, it's about forgiving the past. It's about forgiving what has like been perpetrated in the past and not carrying it through, which is something I spoke about in this the thing about race. That a lot of things has happened, a lot of things has transpired, but you know, there's a consequence and a reaction to everything that is acted upon, that is manifested, you know. So what if it's in the past, let it be in the past. Take heed of how we got there, why we got there, and then move forward from it. Okay, I'm going to read the card. It says, angel wisdom reminds you that challenging people and situations are sent to you as your most important teachers. Without them, your soul will not grow. Your guidance is to let go of the hurts, resentment, and anger of the past. When you forgive others and yourself, your karma is rubbed out of your soul records. You will enjoy love in your heart and lightness of spirit. Ask the angels to help you dissolve your hurt, anger, and guilt. They will take your burdens from you. When you love unconditionally, there is nothing to forgive. Love is forgiving. Love is forgiving. So yeah, there's a little pun there. So open your heart and give love. Okay? Yes. You know what I was gonna say? The African race or African culture has been perpetrated against, and before the African culture was perpetrated against, the so-called Caucasian was shunned. You know, and that's why they have now taken the reins and be like, oh, we're not gonna let that shit happen again. Because remember, well, I don't know if you can remember, but my understanding is that it's the albinos that were shunned. And because they were shunned, and because after they were created into the Caucasian race, they were you know, sent over to the Caucasus Mountains, and that wasn't a nice thing to do. Like, it's basically it's like kicking somebody out. And so because of that, they've now taken on the role and be like, we're not going to allow that to happen again. And then we have these other entities that came in and be like, you can't let that happen again. We're going to give you the power if you sustain that not happening again. And this is why we are in the state that we are right now. But this is a new day. It's a new way. And we are going to have to let go of these race wars, because there's only one race of our kind anyhow, and armor up to fight the bigger war, which is the spiritual war. Okay? And the spiritual war doesn't see color. It is energy. And we have to remember we are energy first, matter after. Okay, so forgive all the stuff that was there written about this and that, because some of it was misconstrued anyways to keep us plagued in this way. Forgive the past, move with the now. No, we can't forget it, or we can't reenact it at the same time, because that's it just doesn't make any sense. It's just when it's like, okay, we're on the 9 days, you're talking about cycles. We're just going to be looping around. We're supposed to be spiraling. Okay, not just looping around, spiraling. That means coming out of one and going into another. But we're still going around, but we're spiraling upwards, not downwards. Underneath the angel deck, we have synchronicities. And it says, all things happen in perfect timing. Yes, that had to happen. Who came underneath there? Archangel Jophiel. Yeah, so Archangel Jophiel is all about love. Okay? And wisdom. So synchronicities is there. It says there is no such thing as chance in our incredible universe. The coincidences and synchronicities are carefully orchestrated by our guides and angels. See, I said that, like everything is in divine order. Okay, everything is in divine order. Nothing is put to us for no reason. Like, and with the whole thing about race, remember we are living in a world of hierarchy, of duality. There's different stages and phases that we're on. So that's why we do have the African, the Asian, the Oriental, and the Caucasian, because everything is phases and stages, and we have to go through those situations or those alignments, because we come back and we recycle, you know. Anyway, it reads, the coincidences and synchronicities are carefully orchestrated by guides and angels, so recognize them as the hand of spirit. Rejoice when you notice them, for they are the angel's message to you that you are on the right path. Start to expect them and look for them. Be aware that there is a divine reason behind them, and consider that the message or lesson is... Start to expect them and look for them. Be aware that there is a divine reason behind them, and consider what the message or lesson is. Synchronicity is also a reminder to you that all things happen in divine timing. Okay, and the affirmation is, all things happen in perfect timing. That's right. Let the divine time flow. Right? So let's get into tarot. Tarot, we have the Devil. Then we have the Five of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Okay, the Devil and the Five of Cups are going together right here, and we're crying over spilt milk. We're crying over relationship situations that we want to keep in our lives that what we know is not conducive for us. You know, past situations that just don't work for us in this lifetime no more. We're crying over spilt milk. Like, even with the race, the thing about race, like, we're crying over spilt milk with that shit. Like, let it go. We already know there's no blame and shame in this here. There's no point. We work on our higher self, and that's the only way. That's the better way. Okay? We are pondering about working with certain situations, certain people. But use your enlightenment. Take time to keep pondering. Check out the saga. And you know where you have to move forward. It's with the soul of the person, of the being. Not the matter. Spirit first and matter after. Okay, stay optimistic about your love life. And we have underneath the tarot deck, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is about lack. You're thinking a feeling that you might be in lack if you go this way or that way. But if it feels right for you, then move with it. And you have the Fool starting anew, and 2 cards flipped over, so the Fool wants to be seen. We have, okay, look at that, 5 of Swords. Like thinking that you're winning the battle, but losing the war. You know what I'm saying? And this is spirit first, matter after. Like looking to the fact that the war has always been spiritual. Okay, and what we see as matter is not where the real war is, where the real war is, or where the real is. Because we're fighting people because they look a certain way, but we don't know that the people that sometimes look like us are the ones that we should be fighting. Alright, and it's about time to start anew, start afresh, pack light, let go of all that old past hang-ups, you know, slavery and you know, because I mean slavery has been abound like for years with all cultures. Remember before the transatlantic slavery, the Caucasian race was enslaving themselves. And they had to learn through that. Stop thinking that there's going to be a lack. There is no lack in this universe. You are an abundant being. Believe that. And you shall retrieve that. Okay, for your love, you have stay optimistic and children. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And your love life is being affected by children. And then you have underneath the deck, engagement. Engagement. And it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Alright, what's the message here? I didn't catch it before I came online. Hold on. There's someone listening in, or a few people listening in that are being affected by their children. They're thinking or feeling because they have children that things can't move forward with anybody else. Or with someone that they actually want to be with. But you must stay optimistic. Because your children are a blessing. And anybody that wants to be with you will be blessed by them. And will know that they are a blessing as well. And if they don't recognize that, then don't watch that. And I'm sure they will recognize that. They know this. Okay, so stay optimistic. You are lovable. Came to mind. Where's the other card that we had here? Yeah. You are lovable. Stay optimistic. Your children are not a hindrance to you. Okay? Your children bring more love into the world. And they'll bring more love and affection into any relationship or situationship. Not that kind of situation. Any situation. But don't forget that they need love as well. They need to be taken care of. Don't allow your children to be left by the wayside because you're looking for love and romance. Don't focus on that. Focus on the love that they need as well. In focusing on the love they need, they will be they'll be more whole when you come into a union as well. You don't want to leave your children lacking and then you come into a relationship and they're like, oh, but mama just wants to be there, or papa just wants to be there. Don't even show us no love no more. Like, you don't want that. Make sure that you're giving them what they need whilst you're single. And then when you get into the situation, in your relation, they will still know they love. Then they're not going to come in and try to, you know, what's that thing children do sometimes? They try to get in the way of the relationships because they just don't understand it. Where's my love gone now? Mama or papa? That's not cool. Okay, and let's get into this relationship cards. Like, these are like, wow, it's kind of amazing. Okay, so we have our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. You see it? The differences within us, you know, adds to the wonders of this world. Okay, if we were all the same, if we were all black, or if we were all Caucasian, if we were just all Asians, if we were just Oriental, then life would be kind of boring. We're all the same cultures and stuff. Like, come on, we need that zhuzh, we need that variety, that diversity. Okay, this is number 30 as well. Creativity, communion, coming together. And the back of the card reads, When you remember that nothing can come into your experience without your vibrational invitation of it, and when you remember that the varied behavior of others add to the balance and the well-being of the planet, even if they offer behavior that you do not approve of, and that you do not have to participate in the unwanted behavior, and will not unless you give your attention to it, you become more willing to allow others to live as they choose. Yes, we have to know that some people might do things culturally wise. People do things that you don't agree with, that you don't understand, and that's fine. But that sometimes gives you life. You know, it gives you something else to look at outside of your own self, and it's a good thing. Okay, and we also have my relationship will change when my vibration changes. Number 19, which is a 10, completion again. The ultimate completion after the 9. It says, you are living in the time when fewer people will attempt the impossible task of pushing the unwanted far enough away that they will be left with only that which is wanted. It's the time when more people will come to the realization that they have been seeking is not a change in the behavior of others or in the world outside of them, over which they have no control, but instead an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with Source, over which they have complete control. 110% again, like, you know, this whole, for me as an African as well, I have gone through my hard RBG phase, and it's like, you know, I never really hated anybody, but I just thought to myself, yeah, the whole slavery thing, what they've done to black people is a bad thing. It's not bad, it's a horrible thing. But realizing that many years now, that yo, we have the power. There's no point in lingering on a thing that's already passed. There's no point in lingering on the fact that this has happened and whatever. I still celebrate myself as a black woman. Most definitely, I came into this phase and staged this way for a reason. But I don't give my power away by telling people like you, it's your fault. It's not your fault. In this day and age, I have greater things to do than to dwell on that, as we do all. Okay, and then I can replace false premises with law-based premises. Number 60. Okay, there has been a theme unfolding here for replacing flawed premises with law-based premises. Yeah. And we would like to leave you with a final one. We all make too much of all this. It is simpler than we all make it out to be. Be easy about it. Be kind to yourself. Do things that feel fun. Look for things that bring you relief, and just easily move into that place, your vortex, where all things that you want have already been lined up for you. Boom. Like, don't worry. 1 second. Okay, so false premises with law-based premises. Yes, we have to realize that the false premise is that there are still things going on, but it's about you moving yourself away from that, concentrating on your inner self, and with that, focus on that lighter, brighter side. You bring more light and bright around you. Like, if we continuously think about all the dark and the drudgery, like, we continually play that out. Hi baby, hold on please. Okay, and the next one is I can focus on what I do want in a relationship, and this is number 45. This is number 9. Okay. Yes, by focusing upon the wanted characteristics of those around you. I'm in the middle of the recording. By focusing upon the wanted, have an orange. By focusing upon the wanted characteristics of those around you, you train your vibrational offering to match only the best in them, and then the law of attraction can no longer match you up with the worst in them. When you focus upon the worst of them and train your vibrational vibration offering to match only the worst in them, the law of attraction can no longer match you up with the best of them. You see, this whole thing about, oh, these kind of people are like this. If you continue to think like that, they will continuously be like that. Think high and bright, and everything will be alright. There is no spera. Okay, and then we have number 8, and it says the universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. There's another plum right there. If you don't want orange, there's another plum right there. The law of attraction is the universal manager. Stop your noise. Stop your noise. Back up before you hurt yourself. Acabou. Really? Alright.
Yes, I want
alright, that's fine. My children, yes. I told them that if they finish the milk from yesterday, I'm not going to buy milk, because we just be buying milk all the time. I used to make my milk, but I haven't done that in a while. And now they finished it all yesterday because they wanted to drink, because they're going to have it all. And today they're talking about they want cereal with water. Okay. Cereal with water, yeah.
Yeah, that's that. If I finish the milk, that's you.
That's right, that's what I'm going to say.
No more milk for me. But
I'm going to do no shopping until tomorrow.
Yeah, I wouldn't have this all mixed up with these cereal.
Maybe my...
Yeah.
No, you can't eat the 6 and 7 cereal at the same time. One or the other. Which one's right first? You better off probably this one. Yeah. Good luck, yeah?
Yeah. There's so much in this.
Oh my God. You can have some date syrup, yeah?
There's fake cereal.
You're doing something down there. Put that down for now. Have this. That's what she wants. Which one is it?
The cereal.
Alright, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. No, you need to sit down. There's no cut. Right there. Yeah. No, that's spilling all over the place. Yeah. Oh my God. So, universal... The universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. Number 8. And it reads, the law of attraction is the universal manager of all vibration, which expands to everything that exists through the universe. And so at the same time that the law of attraction is responding to my vibrational content of your physical thoughts, it is also responding to the vibrational content of your inner being. Okay, this speaks about you, it's not just about what you're saying, what you're thinking, but it's also how you're feeling, you know? It's not just about what your mind is telling you or your mental's telling you, but your feeling is what really moves things. Alongside your, your word sound and power and your vision, your imagination, it all encompasses. But don't ever think that, oh, I'm thinking a certain way, I'm thinking a certain thought, I'm speaking a certain thing, and that is it, poof. Your feeling, your inner being, your inner standing is what actually comes out more so to play. Okay, and underneath the vortex deck we have, I will not ask others to become different for me. Number 59. That's 14:5, and it says, let your vibrational relationship escrow, percolate, and give it your undivided attention so that you become a vibrational match to it. And then when the law of attraction brings all of it together, there are not any bugs to work out. Do not ask the person who helped you to define what you want, to become what you want, so that you can have what you want. Instead, use your willpower to focus upon what you want, and then the universe will bring you what you want. And this resonates with the love and the devil and the 5 of Cups. It's like let go of those attachments, those connections of feeling like this is how I want it, this is how it's supposed to be, like why is it not like this? Stay optimistic. Know that your children are here. They can bring you life. They do give you life, and you can't expect anybody to be more than what they are. The best way to change anybody and to change anything is to change yourself. Okay, be what you want to see outside within yourself. You know, the only person you can control with love is yourself. Like, trying to control somebody else is just, it's futile, because it's a headache, right? So yes, on this 9-day, on this completion, it's in Leo, and Leo governs the soul. You know, we have to break the paradigms of race wars. Know that there is only one human race, and that's where we should be working together, because there's a lot outside of the human race that's trying to work against us and pull us apart. Like, let people be different, let people be who they are. You don't have to be engrossed in the things that you don't want to be engrossed in. It's only if you allow yourself to. You know, what would the world be without diversity? It's the first time I actually never had cereal without milk. Well, there you go, a little diversity for them today. Like, know that the universe is kind, and everything is law based, everything is in divine timing. You know, work with your higher guides. Know the enlightenment is there for you, and your children, the purest beings, they can show you some light too. Engagement, your love life, I didn't talk about this. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. You are moving up. You're engaging with different energies, different forces, the understanding of the world's life. You know, and with yourself engaging and integrating in higher forces, higher realms, higher dimensions, you will find that there's somebody else alongside you that's doing the same, and where you can find a commitment. Yes, this was a wild one. I love it. Cycles. We are going into a new. We are in a new phase. We are in a new cycle. We are in a new eon, and we have to change, break those paradigms that no longer serve us. It's that time. Give thanks, all. Peace, bliss filled with Isis.